Latrell Sprewell's journey to the NBA was anything but conventional. Born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1970, Sprewell wasn't a high school basketball star. In fact, he didn't even take the game seriously until his senior year. But once he found his passion, his talent was undeniable. He played 2 years at Three Rivers Community College before transferring to the University of Alabama, where his athleticism, scoring ability, and defensive intensity caught the attention of NBA scouts. In the 1992 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors selected Sprewell with the 24th overall pick. He wasn't a household name, but that changed quickly. By his second season, he was averaging over 20 points per game and was named an All-Star. His combination of speed, explosiveness, and tenacity on both ends of the floor made him one of the most dynamic players in the league. Warriors fans embraced him as the team's new leader in the post-run TMC era, and he was seen as the franchise's future. But Sprewell's intensity wasn't limited to just his play on the court. It also carried over to his interactions with coaches and teammates. He had clashed with Warriors' leadership before, and his fiery personality was well known around the league. However, no one could have predicted what would unfold on December 1st, 1997. That day at practice, tensions were already high. Golden State was struggling, and frustration was mounting. Head coach PJ Carlesimo, known for his demanding and often abrasive coaching style, pushed his players hard. He called out Sprewell, telling him to put more effort into his passing drills. It was a seemingly minor critique, but it was enough to set Sprewell off. In a moment of pure rage, Sprewell snapped. He charged at Carlesimo and grabbed him by the throat, choking him as stunned teammates and staff rushed to separate them. For nearly 15 seconds, he had his hands around his coach's neck. Even after being pulled away and escorted out, he wasn't done. He returned later looking for Carlesimo again. The fallout was immediate. The Warriors terminated his contract, and the NBA suspended him for 68 games, the longest non-drug-related suspension in league history at the time. His reputation was shattered. He went from being the face of the Warriors to being labeled as a hothead, a locker room problem, and an outcast. Many believed his career was over, but Sprewell wasn't ready to fade into obscurity. After fighting to reduce his suspension, he got a second chance when the New York Knicks traded for him before the 98-99 season. The move was risky. New York was the league's biggest media market, and Sprewell's reputation was already in tatters. But he had something to prove. What followed was one of the greatest redemption stories in NBA history. Sprewell thrived under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden. His energy, passion, and relentless scoring turned him into a fan favorite almost instantly. He played with a controlled aggression, channeled his emotions into his game, and became the heart of a gritty Knicks team. That season, the Knicks, who barely made the playoffs, went on an improbable Cinderella run. As an 8th seed, they shocked the basketball world, upsetting higher-ranked teams on their way to the NBA Finals. Sprewell was at the center of it all, averaging 26 points per game in the finals against the San Antonio Spurs. Though the Knicks fell short, Sprewell had rewritten his story. He wasn't just the guy who choked his coach anymore. He was a leader, a star, and a player who had earned redemption. Over the next few seasons, Sprewell remained one of the Knicks' most important players, helping them stay competitive in the Eastern Conference. His attitude and passion, once seen as liabilities, became defining traits of a player who refused to quit. He had gone from NBA villain to New York hero. Latrell Sprewell's career will always be linked to that infamous moment with PJ Carlesimo. But his story didn't end there. It became a tale of redemption, of a player who lost everything, fought to regain it, and proved that sometimes second chances can lead to something even greater.